Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and this is the latest in pool thermometer technology. It's from INKBIRD. It's the INKBIRD IBS-PO2R floating pool thermometer set. You get a floating pool thermometer as well as a display screen so you can know what your pool temperature is without even being near your floating pool thermometer. The temperature display communicates with the thermometer. This is a unique feature about this particular pool thermometer that has the ability to read that information very far away, up to 300 feet. 300 feet is almost as long as a football field. Here I am again on a balcony, and that balcony is only in a second story of a building. I could be 25 stories up and still read this display, getting an accurate read on that temperature floating in that pool. And the INKBIRD IBS-PO2R doesn't just read pool temperatures, it can read any water temperature, like in this pond. Here I am with the thermometer in my hand, but in the house would be the display letting me know what my pond temperature is. So when I put the thermometer in my pond, those flowers are very picky about what water temperature they can live at. I want to know my pond has a good environmental water temperature for my fish and other things that I want to be healthy in that water. It's got to be cool. The temperature is easy to read, and from inside my house I can keep track because I want to know if that water temperature gets too cold or too hot for plants or fish. In a pond, the display has channels for 3 different thermometers. So here the display is reading my hot tub thermometer as well as my pool thermometer and my pond thermometer all at once. This wireless pool thermometer has a large temperature range. It can go from 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a great thermometer with that range for any types of bodies of water in your life, whether it's your hot tub, your pool, your pond, or even a fish aquarium in your house. Or you even travel to a hot springs, let's say. You can check the heat of the water before you step in. This pool thermometer just bobs and floats in a pool. Every 10 seconds, it recalibrates the temperature. It's a very sensitive thermometer. It's in a casing that has a silicone green seal to it that makes it waterproof for the batteries inside. It is durable. It has an advanced waterproof body with that heavy-duty silicone sealing ring that's green. It is more than just waterproof. It's impact resistant as it's protected with that quality housing. The display on the thermometer itself in the pool is really easy to read. It's a very large display. So if someone's swimming around the pool, they can easily go to the pool thermometer and check it out themselves. And when you are in a hot tub, you really want to know the temperature of your water, so you can adjust it up and down to what your perfect hot tub temperature is. And that's really easy to do with the display on the thermometer, or you don't even have to put your hand in the water. You can just look at the display. And without any wires, your pool thermometer will communicate to your display. It's so important with a large swimming pool that you can keep track of what that temperature is. On days you're using it, you're going to want it to be just right. For the kids, the grandparents, you want them swimming in crystal clear water that feels good, that's cooling enough on a hot day. And during winter times, you want to know what that temperature is because you don't want to waste money heating a pool that you're not going to be using. Monitoring that temperature of your water when you're not using it lets you know what it naturally would be at. This is an important figure because when you want to use it, you need to know how long you need to raise that temperature, how long you have to heat that pool, how long you'll need to heat the pool to get it to the temperature for when you want to use your pool. Having a monitor that tells you what temperature your pool is so important. You don't always have to run to your pool to check the temperature. You're going to know anywhere your monitor is what your pool temperature is. Swimming pools have such large bodies of water, it's extremely expensive to heat them. So having an accurate thermometer is so important to save you money. INKBIRD's IBS-P02R floating pool thermometer has a high precision sensor in it with a guaranteed accuracy like no other. This powerful thermometer will update that data every 10 seconds, giving you real-time water temperature. That's how sensitive this sensor is, and that's how advanced this wireless technology is, so you can know from the pool thermometer or the display monitor what the temperature is at any time. And that monitor even is going to tell you the outdoor temperature. It is full of information, from the indoor temperature to the indoor humidity to outdoor temperature to a channel that you can set for different thermometers, and it even shows its battery life, all on a very large, easy to read screen. And in my kitchen, I tested it for really cold water and really hot water, and this is how that testing went. I put my INKBIRD thermometer on my kitchen counter with a glass of ice water in the center. On the right's the monitor. We can see the temperature of the INKBIRD is at 79, and over on the monitor it's registering 78.9 degrees. About the same. Which makes sense because on the right side of the monitor it tells what that monitor's temperature is, and right now in my house it's at 80 degrees. It also has a reading of 41% humidity. So that's what all those numbers mean. To show you how fast the INKBIRD thermometer works, I'm placing the thermometer right in that ice water. Within 10 seconds, we see the display goes right down to 49 degrees and goes down to 45 very quickly thereafter, and then down to 42 degrees. Then I put a second glass of water that was really warm. It was hot water I got from the sink. I dipped my finger in it a couple times. It was pretty hot. So we see the thermometer reads at 42 degrees in the ice water. And it also reads on top of the thermometer. Those two numbers match. And now I'm going to put it into my hot water and watch these numbers go up. It goes from 66 and now it's at 94 degrees. Much hotter than the temperature in my house. That water in that glass is 94 degrees. Very warm, much warmer than you would have in a pool. The INKBIRD IBS-P02R floating pool thermometer set arrived right to my door. I put the box on the counter so you can see how it's packaged. It has lots of information on the outside, and it's very attractive in case you want to give it as a gift. I opened up the box, and this is how it comes packaged. There is the instructions. There's information right there, and there is the monitor and one thermometer in this kit all together. So I took it out. The monitor and the thermometer were packaged very tightly in plastic so it would not get damaged during shipping. I unwrapped them, and this is what the thermometer looks like. I'm twirling it around. Underneath, you see the metal silver probe. That's what's actually reading your water temperature. And on the top is the dial. I unscrewed it. I'm going to show you inside. This is what it looks like. You have the wire, and you have a battery compartment. Now, all of that is waterproof. It takes 2 AAA batteries. You've got to insert them, put them in, and then just close it up, and it's going to screw on, and that's going to be watertight. And here's the monitor's front, and I turn it around, you can see the back. Now that needs batteries too. That as well takes AAA batteries, 2 of them. And instantly, they connect to each other. There's no apps to download. They already are synced. Mine came calibrated in centigrade, but really easily I was able to change it to Fahrenheit. I'll tell you about that later. It came with a wonderful instruction book that was super easy to read. There are all the directions you need for all of its features. I pulled and fanned it out so you can see each of the pages in the instruction book. So here I am changing it from centigrade to Fahrenheit. That was my first step. I touch the button right in the center and I press that. And right then it goes right to Fahrenheit. So easy to change the calibration. And with the pool thermometer, you need to open it up. And there's the inside. You see the battery component. And there's a little button on the INKBIRD right there. So by hitting that little tiny button, we're going to change that from centigrade to Fahrenheit, which is what I did. I hold it down for 1 second, and there, it changed it to Fahrenheit. I screwed the top back on to the pool thermometer, and now that's reading Fahrenheit, and so is my monitor. The monitor display is very large. It's LED. It's really easy to read. On the top left button, by pressing the top button, you can see the maximum temperature, and you can see the minimum temperature. That means you can view the hottest, most maximum temperature that this pool thermometer recorded. So for whatever time interval you've chosen, it could be 24 hours or it can be an all-time interval. You're able to see that, which is great. In case your pool gets overheated and you're spending too much money, with a maximum value of a high temperature, you can heat your pool less. And it's also great to know the coldest temperature, and that's the minimum value. This is also great to know the highest and hottest temperature for the hot tub. You just don't want it that hot, and you might want to monitor if it gets too hot. And also for your pond, it's good to know the coldest temperature and the warmest. You don't want that pond to get too hot to kill your fish. It's nice to know what the range will be for the plants and fish you might have in your outdoor pond. And if you want to clear it, then you press and hold that button on the left for 5 seconds, and it'll clear all your maximum and minimum value. This is a new innovation in water thermometers. Now, I had got the monitor and 3 thermometers because I wanted to use all 3 thermometers in different bodies of water to show you in this video. You can order the monitor and 1 temperature probe, but you can also order them separately on their website. With each starter kit, you get 1 display and 1 thermometer, but you can add up to 2 other thermometers for a total of 3 thermometers for that display. And adding them is very easy. The instructions are simple. It's just 1 more button to press for each device. And after putting them together, and in no time at all, it's ready to throw them in. 1 goes in the hot tub, 1 goes in the swimming pool. And then my little feetsies know it's going to be nice and warm because that temperature is perfect. It was so refreshing on this very hot day to be in my pool. Starting with my toes. A good pool thermometer is essential for summertime swimming. For all that fun in your swimming pool, you just want to have it at the right temperature for you and your family. Having a swimming pool means it's pool time, fun time for those hot, long days of summer. It's time to splish splash into summer. Click the link below to get your INKBIRD pool thermometer. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's get making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is one at the perfect temperature with INKBIRD. Bye. See you next time. If you like this video, here's some more pool technology videos right over here, and also some summertime recipes.